Hello. Oh,
Hello, love.
I've got that ring light on, and it looks like I've got like rings in my glasses.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got your ring light on.
That's a bit crap, isn't it? Hey,
There you go. I
but,
still see you just as well.
yes, but
Come back on again. On off. No difference.
no,
Well, slight difference.
little
Slight
bit.
difference. Not, but I mean, they're showing up in your glasses. Otherwise,
Yeah, no, it's annoying me.
you're gonna need to do them side on, or you're gonna do them above, or
I've got
something
lights
along.
above. I've got the lights
Anyway,
above.
can you see everybody who's in the chat room tonight?
No, not yet. Hang on.
There's a lot. Angie was the first one in tonight. Angie, oh my gosh. Good evening, Angie. Lynn, as always, good evening. Dawn, you're in the chat room. How can you be in the chat room and on the screen at the same time?
Because I went in before.
Christine, Alison, Christine, good evening. Welcome to the show. Jackie's in the room. Amanda's in the room. Denise is in the room. Oh my gosh, they're all climbing in there. I'm telling you. I've said Amanda's got a new toy today.
Don't
so I've
say
said
that.
to her,
That sounds wrong.
I trust you to bring it down.
Well,
She's got a new toy. So I said to her earlier on, she goes, "Hey, Paul, what's it telling me? Because it's flashing up into the red." And I said, "Are you anywhere near electronics?" And she says, "No, everything's off." I said, "Okay. I think the best thing to do is for you to come on the show tonight."
yes,
And she goes,
Amanda.
"Well, I'm not. So I'm thinking best thing to do is get her on the show with her new and I've gone just blank on the name of it just now.
Handheld device. It's her
A K meter. Is it K meter?
EMF. Is it? Oh,
Yes, an EMF. It's called a K meter, I think. It's called
K2
something like
meter.
that.
Is it K2?
K2, the K2 meter. Forgive me, everybody. I've been up since 6:30, and my brain is already in bed sleeping. Julia Evans has joined us. Good evening, Julia Evans. Chris James has joined us. Good evening, Chris. Good to see you. And so I think it's probably a really good idea. We just send that message to Amanda to come and join us anyway.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yeah.
She should be, but she goes, "Oh no, I'll just leave it for you." No, you won't. Well, because when we're filming, you're going to be live on screen, so you got no choice in the matter. I'm lying on my bed in my dressing gown. Well, there you go. So we'll see you in your dressing gown lying on your bed. So we'll send you a link because we want to see you using your K2 meter live.
Yeah. Just put a hoodie on a minute. You'll be fine.
Good evening, Julie Sharp. Good evening, Paul and everyone. Hope Joanna's getting plenty of rest. And well, she's in the living room right now, and I've just made her one of her favorite dinners, which is freshly mashed or I don't really like creamed mashed potato. I crush them so there's bits in it. So freshly crushed potato with butter, obviously, and fresh Irish sausages with an onion and garlic gravy.
I had nearly like that. I had creamed mashed potato because I did them properly with butter and with butter and cream.
No.
Yes.
I don't like. If I want to eat paste, I'll eat creamed potatoes. It's paste at the end of the day. The potato is gone. I like it with. I like there's something to chew on. Actually, Johanna's just like you. She likes them,
properly mashed potato
paste. See, I used to do the chefy bit where you put them on the plate and then you drag the spoon back and it makes that little chefy swirl. And then when I was doing them in the restaurant and they were all really, really posh.
When I do mashed potatoes with sausages, I fry the mash. Have you ever done that? Fried the mashed potato?
Oh yeah, that's an Irish thing.
I love fried mashed potato.
If the potatoes left over from the night before, you fry them the next morning with some onion, and that's added to the breakfast. That's an Irish thing. That is.
Gosh. I can't do that bubble and squeak stuff though.
Oh God, no.
That's rank.
Bubble and squeak and cabbage. Well, cabbage along with a roast, okay. But if you have cabbage in, no,
I don't mind it in a soup. You can hide any vegetable in a soup, but no. Apart from pasta.
Along with it, if it's done nicely, with some, you know, so you can do the red cabbage with, what do you call those? Raisins and currants. You know, some chefs do raisins and currants, the red cabbage with the garlic butter. Lovely. But Julia loves Bubble and Squeak. She's going on there. She says, I love Bubble and Squeak. Yeah, I look after every time we're sitting in front of the doctors, you know, the surgeons and the doctors and the nurses and all of them. So, what's your diet like? Oh no, what it was last week. We were up in front of the surgeons in Exeter, and she was going through her data. And she went, oh, she looked at her and she went, you were anemic? And she goes, I was, yes, when I lived in Liverpool. And she goes, you got cured of it? She went, yeah. She, how'd you do that? She goes, and she looked at me, and I cured her with proper cooking, proper food.
Sort your diet out.
I
Put the right fuel in, and your body will go a lot better.
Tonight, I'm going to use my K2 meter in my bedroom when everything is off. Right? Well, we're going to see. We're going to have to see it. Simple as that. Yeah. It's simple as that. Then.
Go down to the graveyard in your dressing.
Yeah, it's not, you don't have to travel far, does she?
No. Hang it out the window.
Right, ladies and gentlemen of the planet. I'm Barry Hendricks. Good evening, my man. Oh, thank God, Barry. Barry and Christian has. I got a couple of blokes to back me up. Thank you, God, for that. Johanna and I went to view a property the other day, and lo and behold, it was right, literally next to where we done that ghost. Well, it wasn't a hunt per se. It was just a quick demi and a quick checky and see if it was going to be all right. And so we went into the house, and the house is stunning. I mean, you guys have seen the pictures of it. It's got, I think it's a 2/3 Olympic-sized swimming pool in it. And but as you went upstairs in the pool room, and on top of the pool room, there's a flat, a lovely, beautiful flat, as that's apart from the house. So I walked up, and Johanna's walking through. She's going, "Oh, this is nice." And I said, "Do you know what we could do? We could make this our suite." So the living room of the flat would be the bedroom, huge bedroom. The bedroom of the flat would be your walk-in wardrobe. We could have a lovely little kitchenette, you know, just for orange juice and coffee and tea in the mornings. And she's going, "Oh, that's a good idea." And I looked at the window like this, and I went, do I tell her or do I not tell her? And I thought to myself, there's no point in not telling her because she's going to see it. And I went, "Come here." She came over and I went, "Look out the window." She went, it was literally, you had literally a hedge and all the graves were there.
Yeah, some of them are really in hedgerows, aren't they?
And what had she only seen the night before?
Go on.
Poltergeist.
Oh, for God's sake.
But you know that bit with the pool, where all the bodies start sliding into the pool? That's what she goes, "How do you know those bodies won't slide into the pool?" I went, "This isn't Poltergeist, love." And it's not, but she's like, "No. And that was it. And the house, end of house. No. No. It's a beautiful house. No. Then she tried to look for everything else that was wrong with it. You know? I went, just don't bother. You don't want it. You don't want it. That's it. So
it's a lovely place down there, though.
Well, do you know that at the end of the day, I wouldn't have been bothered. I would have just set up a couple of cameras out of the windows and just left them on record and see if we caught anything. But
yeah, I just think that they were watching over you all night.
Well,
everyone thinks
nobody's going to bug you. Nobody's going to bother you.
Well, no. Everybody thinks it's sinister all the time, and it's like, no.
Oh my God. Anyway, as we're in here tonight, and this is Ghost 22, I do hope you all had a really, really great Halloween. It came and went like that. Did you know, Johanna told me this the other day. Now, first and foremost, I was astounded the week before to find out that Halloween actually started in Ireland. 60 years old, and I'm only just finding that out now. And Johanna told me there's a law, and I was like, "Hey, are you winding me up?" She's like, "No, that's God's truth. There's a law as in gone through Parliament law, that if you don't have a pumpkin outside your door, it's illegal to knock your door for trick or treat."
Well, I thought that was what was brought in a few years ago.
Yeah, I never heard about that. Never. Yeah. I was like looking at her going, "Yeah, whatever." She goes, "No,
in our village, in our village, we had we always put a pumpkin outside, and that's only been in I suppose the last 10 years that you put a
Well,
pumpkin.
I mean, I went out and bought a whole pile of sweeties for the kids. None turned up.
No, I've done that a few
We didn't
times
put a
already.
pumpkin out. I never knew, as again, a first for me. Now, here's the bit that scares me, right? Somebody that we're paying for, by the way, I might add, our taxes are paying for, had to sit down and think that up.
Yeah.
Some little nerd in a tiny little room with a strip light.
Do you know what annoys me this time of the year is I love fireworks. I love fireworks at registered displays. I love them. But for people just to be able to walk, I've said for years that you should have like some sort of register. When you buy fireworks, you register, because the amount of people that set them off all times of the night with
well, no, I mean, I don't think a register is the right word, because that means you're giving your information to Big Brother, and you don't like that yourself.
No,
you hate
I don't like that myself. No, but
so a register is not right. But I do agree with you that there should be a cut-off time. Say maybe 10 o'clock at night. You can't do fireworks after 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And that's a fair thing.
These fireworks were a problem when I was a kid. So can't they just be kept to displays?
Well, because a lot of these displays charge a fortune to get in, and the way the government have screwed this country down to the floor, nobody can afford it.
This is my other argument with Guy Fawkes. So every year we're allowed to make a Guy Fawkes stuffed scarecrow, push him around, get a penny for the guy, and this, that, and the other, and we have to burn him on the top of the bonfire. Now, as far as I'm concerned, he's the last person that stuck up to our government.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they're quite happy for us to burn. We're happy burning the only person that stuck up for us.
They're burning the effigy. It's like you know what? Parliament isn't parliament. It's not government. This I've always said this, and you heard me say this many times. I hate politics with a passion. But at the end of the day, we're getting screwed. What's going to happen is they're pushing the country into the ground, and I mean, everything's going to come to a grinding halt. People aren't going to go out. Therefore, businesses like restaurants and pubs are going to suffer. They won't use the car, so therefore the petrol pumps are going to suffer. They won't go and buy their food. They'll only buy it from the cheapest possible places. So the rest of they have either these idiots up there haven't got a clue about what they're talking about, and they're spending money in areas where it doesn't need to be spent. You know, what was it? I heard something like 60 billion has gone on this war in Iraq and over there that way. Was it
more than that? So much more
than that. The one that's going on at the minute? Not Iraq, Iran. Israel. 60 odd billion.
Yeah.
Why? We're not part of it.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing spending 60 billion on that?
Why is it all right for Israel to bomb everybody, but if anybody retaliates, oh no, that's bang out of order.
Yeah. We should just go, hey, listen, it's your country. Sort it out yourselves. Anyway, it's just let's not go down that route, because you're going to peeve somebody off. Somebody's going to disagree with you and get peeved off with it. But anyway, so here we go. Please, as Lynn is saying there, please make sure that you do hit the like button if you haven't already done that. Hit the like button and share the show. Now, what I really, 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 really want is to get a lot more younger people involved. Because actually, that being said, where's Maya tonight? But she's in town with her sister. Well, you know, she's in town. She went to the gym after college, and the two of them are in town. They're probably having something to eat in one of the restaurants in town, and then they'll probably mosey out later on. So if she does come back before the end of the show, I'll grab her on. Dawn, you need your Ghost 22 mug, apparently, according to Amanda. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen of the world, we're going to be adding to our merchandise, and it's going to be where's the tea? Where there's tea, there's hope. Got it. God, I can't stand tea.
It's Tegan. It's Tegan's mug.
All right, gotcha. We're going to have our own mugs very, very shortly. We're going to be having we're going to be having Ghost 22 Paraghost mugs, and you guys are going to want to have them because they look really cool. I don't know if I was going to say Johanna. I don't know if Dawn has got a picture of one to hand, but Barry is saying to take £300 heating of the OAPs and send 60 billions to what? Yes, Barry. And some moronic cretin up there is Joe Hoole's in the house. Joe, your first time here. What? Joe, I've known Joe Hoole for a long, long time. Joe's a lovely, lovely person. Now, I sent her a little message today. Oh, Dawn's disappeared. I hope she'll come back in a second. Way many, many moons ago, a mutual friend of ours, Trudy, told me that you had paranormal entities going on around where you live. So if so, I would really, 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 really love to investigate those, Joe Hoole. Lovely to see you here, by the way, darling. And Joe, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the show down at the bottom there. Subscribe to the show and hit the little notification bell. So Dawn has disappeared. I guess her little camera's gone a wee bit boobly, and you're here with me for a moment or two. Anyway, first time here. What's it all about? It's about paranormal stuff, Joe. This show's not like my Reach Across where I do all the reads. This is about us as a group looking at the whole paranormal world. And in a minute or two, I show you guys some pictures, and you tell me whether you think they're real or not, and then I'll tell you which ones are real and which ones may have been faked. But it's really fun thing about it is, you'll tell me whether you think they're real. That's the fun side of it. Here she comes back. Lucy, honestly, she just disappears when she feels like it. Can't get the staff. Have you not? Oh, I've got to add you to the stage. There you go. Yes, sorry. I thought you would automatically come straight in.
I went off to get a picture of the mug, and I can't find out how to do it.
You can't find it? Don't worry. No. Don't worry. We'll share it. We'll share it on the site at the minute. The Ghost 22. Well, it's a private Facebook page. The reason why we did it private, please request to join. If you're in the chat room or around the globe and you're not in the Ghost 22 chat room on Facebook, it's because we made it private because, literally I had been hacked over 6 times this year on Facebook, and Maya had her entire Facebook hacked and taken off of her. And I'd never seen Maya so sad. She was really, really, really sad. So we made our Facebook Ghost 22 Facebook page private, so you can only be brought in by one of the moderators, such as Dawn here. So if you haven't already joined the Ghost 22 page, send in a request and we'll get you on board. Obviously, we'll just check you're a real person, and if you're a real person, fantastic. Now, what we're going to be doing on the Ghost 22 page is we're going to be showing you photographs of the new mugs. And oh, by the way, there's the new design t-shirt. Let me just move the camera. There we go. The new one. Look at it. This is the new one. Look at it. Hands right. There we go. Look.
I like that one.
This one isn't as cluttered. According to the people who does the t-shirts, this one isn't as cluttered. And that's what's on the mugs, by the way. That. Over the way. Ta-da!
I need a hoodie. I need a hoodie or a bomber jacket.
I'm getting the hoodies as well. Don't worry. Yeah. I'll get the hoodies all as well.
Because I never wear t-shirts. I'm never warm enough for a t-shirt.
Well, a t-shirt under a hoodie is always better. In the middle of summer, if we're doing paranormal investigations in the summer, you'll want a t-shirt. No. But when we're doing the stuff at this time of the year, you'll want a hoodie and possibly one of those jackets that you can put your hands in like that. Oh yeah, and the caps. But I'm a bit annoyed actually. I contacted a company to get me the baseball caps like that with the Ghost 22 emblem on them, and they still hasn't arrived. I'm a bit. Does the emblem glow in the dark? I didn't request. I can get them to glow in the dark, but I didn't request it. One of the guys of one of our the guys who does the t-shirts for us said, you can get the glow-in-the-dark paint, but it doesn't last as long, apparently. It comes off in washes and stuff. So, and it's more expensive. So I just opted for. I mean, you're part of the team. These t-shirts feel like silky.
Stop touching yourself. Oh my God.
Okay. So if you want a t-shirt, make sure that you contact us, contact Dawn, contact Amanda, contact myself, and book your t-shirt in as soon as possible. If you can get them all in, I'm going to get them in before Christmas. So, and if I can get 15, 20 t-shirts booked at once, I can get them cheaper. So come on, people, put your orders in. Do you have a link for the Facebook page? So Amanda or Dawn, if you got a link for our Facebook page, Ghost22, whack it on there in the chat room, and people can come and join us. Now, when are we going? When have we got a date of when we're going to do the actual paranormal investigation? Because I know we're going to go and do a daytime recce the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Next few days.
Whenever.
So we're going to do a daytime recce. Basically what's going to happen, where it's going to happen, because the only time that we did the recce was in the middle of the night when you couldn't see your arm on the other side. You did that, you couldn't see your hand. It was and all of the entire team, which was 3 young teenagers and 3 oldies, only one person jumped.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Do you know what? If normally people jump out of me and they're off their feet and on their ass quick as a flash, so you're lucky you got away with it.
But you know that I didn't even jump. It's not as if I went. I walked out from under a bush and she went. I literally just went, "Hey guys," boom, and she literally shot up in the air.
I think that was just after. It was just after I thought that Amanda had followed me up.
Yeah.
And she hadn't, because there was somebody just behind me, but there was nobody there, obviously. It was just this dark shadow. And then when I came down to the path to you, and as I came back up, I went back under the trees again, and then you jumped out, and I was, yeah.
No, she's exaggerating. I didn't jump out. I just walked out, literally just.
Yeah,
walked
you
out from under a tree like this, and Dawn went up in the air. Joe is saying, as a group, do we have any planned investigations? Yes, we do. We've got one coming up shortly, which we'll give you the dates of. And Joe, it's in Truro, which is not very far from you. Okay, but I remember Trudy telling me that you had specters at your place, or the place where you keep your horses, or something along those lines. If you have any ghostlies goings on in your home, no matter who you are or where you are, let us know. It's something we want to get involved in. Have you got a spook in your house? Is there a spook loose about this house? Let us know, because we want to share it. So let's move on with the show as we normally do. So as normally, we haven't got a special guest this week, but we will have next week, because this is obviously the week before Halloween, the week after Halloween. It's a busy time for everybody who's involved in ghosties. So what we're going to do next week is we're going to start having more guests coming in. So, Joe, yes, indeed, we have a paranormal team, which we would, if you want to be a part of, we would more than happily welcome you along. And then we're going to be having guests coming into the show. We had a great guest with Paul last week. The stuff that he shared, that picture was phenomenal, wasn't it? You could clearly see it was a lady sitting there with her legs crossed.
Yeah.
That was just mind-boggling.
But it was the energy really good. The energy got me more than and how you could see where the point of the energy came from to form the figure.
To form the figure, that's right, as if it come up out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's saying that the yard where she keeps her horses has definitely got ghosty friends. We would love to investigate that, Joe. You would have the team around, and we would actually have a ball investigating that. So if you come and join us as your first time here, what we do is we try to have fun. That's what the golden key is. And the fun is that I will show you pictures, and in fact I've got videos as well to show you tonight, as we normally do. And I've got some pictures tonight. So what happens is I'll show the pictures. I mean, Dawn hasn't seen these either yet, so you'll be seeing Dawn's reaction real time. And you tell me if these pictures are real. Now, don't just go real. Say they're real, but say why they're real. Okay. And if you think they're fake, say why they're fake. Just don't go real, fake. Go, I think this one's real for these reasons, and I think this one's fake for these reasons. So make sure that you do that. Okay. Loretta Lewis is welcome to the show. Good evening, my darling. Good to see you. Welcome. You come in just in time. We were just about to start. So, in relation to the very first pictures tonight, Dawn.
What?
Are you ready?
Go.
Can you hear that in the background? Which sounds like a horse slopping water is actually my dog, Shadow. Go and slop outside. You go water outside. So here we go. Pictures tonight. So here we go. We're going to be showing you some. Joe was saying, I would love to join in some investigations. I will message the yard owner and chat to her about it. She's very into the paranormal. Oh, excellent. Well, tell her all about the show, Joe. Invite her to come along to the show. And she'd be more than happy, and especially with the team. So here we go. And we're going to show you 4 pictures tonight. And you guys tell me whether you think they're real or whether you think they're fake. Sue Vinicum's joined us. Sue, good evening, darling. Welcome to the show. And Sue, if you're in Devon, by the way, ladies and gentlemen of the planet, if you're in Devon and you want to be a part of a paranormal team, Sue Vinicum is starting a Paraghost team up in Devon. So here we go. Picture number 1, Dawn, what do you think? Is that real or is that a fake?
Fake. The
Don't just say fake.
The stairs don't look right to start off with.
Okay, so why do you think the stairs don't look right?
They look out of perspective. They don't look like they're going up anywhere. They look like one of those illusions on the floor.
I hope to God I get the opportunity to take you to that place that I did up country. You know that inn that I showed you the pictures of in the video? Yeah. Those stairs there look like brand new built yesterday compared to the other stairs. Trust me.
Yeah, they could be quirky stairs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to run alongside, the steepness of the banister.
Yeah.
And the stairs, they just don't seem to be in the right perspective.
Okay, there's 3 things here I want to share with you guys. And Dawn is very accurate, in fact. But there's 3 things I want to share. Number 1, there is actually matrixing going on here. Can you see the matrixing?
What overlays?
Look to the right-hand side. It looks like there's a face.
Yeah, here.
And if you look down, and if you look down between the banisters, it looks like you can see another face. And that's just an anomaly of light. And that's what's referred to as matrixing. Okay. The stairs, I will tell you here now, are actually correct and real. And as the stair bends to the right, as you could see it, or if you were coming from the ghost's perspective, it would be bending to the left. But they actually start to curl down. They start to bend down like that. So what do you think? Now let's have a look at some of the feedback. That's shadow from the banister. I don't think it's the stairs. Oh, see, I see your point of view. Okay. All right. Denise's point of view. Barry says he thinks it's real. It feels like a dark energy to me. I got the tingles when I saw it. Then you're going to love coming out ghost hunting, mate. You're going to love that. Julia says, yes, she can see the face. And Julie Sharp says she can see the face. But those are matrixing, those faces. They're matrixing. In other words, they're not this anomaly of light with the camera that makes it look like, and your brain sees that shape and goes, oh, that's a face. But that's actually matrixing. All right, so it's not, those aren't real faces. It's the one in the middle that you want to go for. So, Dawn, why do you think that energy in the middle is not real?
It's not. I think it's just because the shadow seems to radiate.
I see your point. That's a really good and valid point.
I don't know.
Really good.
I'm not great at it. They can Photoshop anything nowadays and make.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what I'll tell you if one's real and one's not. So you know the truth of it. So that's picture number one. There's quite a few. Everybody there's going with real. Is anybody going with fake? Did I see anybody going fake? Oh, Julie Sharp thinks it's fake. That's right, and for the same reasons as you do, Dawn. Joe says, I think it depends on the source of the picture. Add a little context. Doesn't feel like an energy. So Joe Hool. Okay.
I mean,
This is great. This is the whole idea of this show, so that we can have a bit of a giggle with stuff like this, but also learn from it. Okay. So what I'm teaching you when we're doing the paranormal investigations, and I've done, I can't count the amount of investigations I've done. But in this scenario, people would automatically go, "Oh yeah, I can see the faces in the banisters." Well, that's not the case. They're not real. Those are actually
on the left-hand side, Paul. On the left-hand side, there you've got that doorway just at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Why would you have your doorway halfway across a step up?
Well, whoever wanted to build it, whoever built the I nearly give it away then. Whoever built the building wanted one there.
No, because that's kind of like shaded underneath that doorway as well.
Right?
No.
I will give you this. Light is having something to do with it, but let's move on to the next shot. So that's ghost number 1. Ghost number 2. Whoa.
Is that Mike Wazowski looking around the corner?
Mike Wazowski. Now it says that, I don't know. Can you see what I've written on the top there?
Demon or alien?
It says ghost, spirit, demon, or alien.
None.
You think it's a person?
No, I don't think that's a thing. I think that's
what do you think that is? Well, it's obviously a thing.
No, I think it's an object.
Oh, right. You think it's something stuck to the side of the wall?
You remember one of those Simon Says games that you used to have when you was a kid, and it had like, or a Bop It?
Up the side of a wall.
No, when you were a kid, you used to have a game called a Bop It. It looks like it's out the window.
Yes, I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. However, let's take a little bit of perspective here, okay? Look at the bottom right-hand corner. That's the top of a palm tree. Okay? So that window has to be at best 4'5" or maybe 5 foot. So that Bop-It, as you say, sticking out, is halfway up a window.
I've never seen an alien look like that before, and I've not seen a ghost or a demon look like that.
Can you zoom in on it?
Yeah.
Okay, zoom in and look at the shape of the eyes.
Eyes, sir? I can only see one big eye.
I can see 2, and I'm not even zoomed in.
Is it like E.T. or something?
You tell me.
Have you seen the film Chicken Little?
No.
Have you not seen Chicken Little? That's a great film.
Chicken Little. No, I haven't. I'm not adverse to watching kiddie films. I mean, one of the staple favorites in our house is Hotel Transylvania.
That's a great film as well. But Chicken Little, put it on your list.
All right. Now Barry's come up with an idea there. He thinks it's a false. He thinks it's someone wearing an alien mask. Joe's going down the same route as you. Joe thinks it's a camera or a latch or something. She thinks it's an object. Julia Evans thinks it's a peeping Tom.
If I thought that as an alien mask,
Angie doesn't think it's a ghost or spirit. Nicole, welcome to the show, Nicole. She wants to call that one an unworldly creature. Okay, that's a very gentle name of calling an alien. Suvanagum says, "Is it Kermit as in Kermit the Frog?"
So is it one of those?
Denise thinks this looks like an alien.
It's one of those sock puppets. It's a one-eyed crocodile. You know, like you've got a sock puppet with a googly eye on it, and it's just peeking around the curtain.
Joe Hool thinks it's Dave from Minions.
It could be Kevin.
And now Barry Hendricks says it looks like a giant snail crawling down the wall.
Yes.
Right. Well,
more likely that than a ghost or a demon or an alien.
Well, okay. Hey, this is the whole idea. Nobody's going to say you're right, wrong, or indifferent. I'll just tell you what the information is. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3, are you all ready? Y'all ready for number 3, y'all?
Do it.
Boom.
Oh. That's a bit sinister, isn't it?
And I will tell you that this picture was taken back in 1932.
How long did it take to take a photo back then?
Seconds?
What, like 20 seconds, 15
No,
seconds?
just no, 5, 6 seconds, something like that. Joe's immediately got in there. Fake! That one's a fake. Don't you say fake, Joe. Tell us why. Come on, Don. Don, you're taking your time on that one. Denise thinks it's a double exposure. Now, in Denise, back in the day, you couldn't do double exposures.
I recognise
You could only release the film once, and then you had to cover it up, or it would be ruined.
I'm not sure on that one.
Julie Sharp thinks it's a definite apparition. Sue Vinnegum says, was it set up seance? Yeah, they used to do seances back then, actually, yes.
Yeah.
Mark Hendricks goes, it's true, because both those men seem to be scared. Shh. Beep, beep.
So they should be.
Quack, quack, oops.
She's come back to haunt them. I don't know on that one.
I think it's the guy on the wall. I think it's his mother-in-law come back.
Yeah, see, I'm going to say fake on that one because they both saw it.
Well, one was looking right through it, and the other one's looking at it.
Yeah, but they're both shitting themselves, aren't they? So,
see, I didn't use that language on this live air going around the world.
I'm terribly sorry. Lower the tone.
They're both definitely pooping themselves by the looks of things. Looks like something from a film, an overlap of an image of a photo, and it looks staged, says Joe.
Yeah.
So we're getting mixed there. We're getting some people thinking it's fake. Others thinking, well, actually, do you know what? That looks a wee bit too.
But why is he? If they're taking a photo like that, why is he crawling through a garden gate?
Well, the guy looks like he's about to jump over that wall, but it's it looks like the surroundings aren't real. It looks, or sorry, let me take that back. It looks like the surroundings are outside and maybe a dilapidated building of some description, because you can see like rocks in the foreground.
Like a set. It looks like a movie set of old film.
So while you're looking at that, the final picture of tonight, this is called the Roman ghost. Now look at the draw your eyes to the black dress hanging up.
I'm going to say that one's real.
And that is a nunnery or a convent. So everybody's going, the last one is real. Last one's real. That's real. Everybody's going to say real. This is real energy, says Joho. Come on, tell me why you think it's real. Don't just say it's real. Tell me why. What is it about it that's telling you that it's real? Share.
That one feels right to me. It doesn't feel like it's staged.
Denise says, yes, a real deceased nun. Julie Sharp, yep, most definitely. Yep, absolutely. Hey, boom, real.
How does
I love it when you guys go, oh, that one's real, bang, and you're like, there's no wavering. That's absolutely real. So out of tonight's 4 pictures, 1 definitely real, 1 possible, and 2 fakes. Julie Sharp goes, none putting the dress on. No, that's it. Hannah Lovett. She's having none of that.
Looks like my granddad up on the wall.
Those are your grandfather.
Yeah,
So
no, that
let's
picture.
come through all 4 pictures one more time. So welcome to Ghost 22. If you have just joined us, these are the 4 pictures I share with you. Dawn and I share with you. And it's up to you to tell us. Now, Dawn doesn't get to see them beforehand. I don't share anything with her beforehand and go, oh, by the way, number 1's fake, number 2 is real, number 3 is fake, number 4 is real. I don't do any of that. What you're seeing from Dawn is a real sort of, as she sees it, you're getting her reactions real time. So, picture number 1, do you think that's real or fake? Giving you a second chance to go and look at it.
Fake.
Yeah, Barry goes, real fake, real fake. They're real fake, really fake, all of them. That's picture number 1. And
Amanda thinks that one's real. I think it's fake.
You think it's fake. So quite a few people think that's real. So quite a few think it's fake. Number 2, is that a ghost? Is it a spirit? Is it a demon or is it an alien? Because the almond-shaped eyes. Barry says number 1 is real, and he thinks this one here is a snail coming down the wall. And Dawn thinks it's a bobbit.
Yeah.
She thinks it's a bobbit
with a googly eye.
Number 3 was the 2 guys about to jump over a wall after they turn around and see the mother-in-law turn up.
I think that one's fake as well. I'm going to go for it. Fake, fake, fake.
Right. And finally, I don't see the smoke that Barry's talking about. I don't see any candle smoke that he's talking. Barry thought that there was candle smoke there. I don't see any candle smoke. Because
just
the energy,
right, you can see kind of a mist. I can see.
Yeah, but if you look right, if you follow her hand back, you can almost see the bottom of her dress and the leg.
Yeah.
If your eyes allow you to see it. I don't see the smoke. I mean, it's probably the mist, a misty kind of a thing that Barry's talking about. You know, each their own. I'm not telling you right, wrong, or different. You guys, Bana goes real. Actually, all of it. Barry's only one so far that's gone at number 4 is fake.
Yeah, I think number 4
Interesting.
Real.
Interesting. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to leave you to think about that for a momentarily, and I will be right back right after this short advert. Hey, welcome back. And once again, if you, the creepy music scared Sue. If you haven't joined a paranormal team yet, then Paraghost is recruiting right now. If you haven't got a team in your area, then set one up. And I will teach you how to do a decent, good paranormal team that's going to be safe and a lot of fun. So why not set up a team in your area? We'll give you all the training and help you put everything together that's needed. You need roughly, I always say there should be a minimum of 3 people. You can do it with 2. A lot of people do it with 2. I think it's a bit too dangerous to do it with 2 people. 3 upwards. And the upper echelon can be a dozen if you want. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 is a good number because you can have 3 teams of 3. So So why not set up a team in your area? I will help you do it, and I will teach you how to put everything together so that you're safe, and more importantly, you have a pile of fun. Now, let's see if Dawn's many years of training has come into fruition here. And did she get it right? Picture number 1. If you thought that picture was fake, you would be wrong.
Damn it.
That is a real picture taken in one of the most haunted hotels in Texas, America. And the hotel was opened in the 1920s. The hotel was burned. Okay, it actually caught fire. And it is thought that this is one of the spirits of the people who perished in the fire.
Is that the Bell Witch Hotel?
No, it's something Star. I forgot the name of that. There was something Star.
Okay.
Angie says, my son keeps asking me when he can come along to the investigation. Hey, welcome to come along to investigations when we are doing them. That'll be the best time. But we will be doing one. We'll be giving you the date for the next one within the next couple of days. So watch out for that. Number 2. If you thought this was real, you'd be right.
What's that?
This was actually taken at an old asylum, okay? An old asylum. Now, but here's the bit. This picture, this window is on the 2nd floor. You ready? You ready for this, Dawn?
Go on.
There's no floor inside there. The ground floor, and then all the floors above it were gone. They're got as junk. So you got what was a floor, but there's nothing there. But that window and that whatever that was taken outside it. It's an old asylum.
I don't know what.
I don't know how or where or how that could be done. But the more I look at that particular, this is only me. I'm not telling you you should. You stick with what you think. Me personally, as I zoomed in on that, and I really did zoom in on it, so looks alien to me.
Mm.
When you see that typical, the big almond eyes coming up the side of the head.
No, I've seen
it looks alien. I'm not, because I put ghost, spirit, demon, or alien because I didn't want to try and lean you guys one way or the other. Whatever you think, I'm not going to challenge you, but I will give you the facts, and you put the facts together. So you don't think it's alien, but get this: the floor on which that image was taken, there is no floor. Finally, third, beg your pardon, third. In the 1920s, a lot of spirit photography began because the cameras started to get a little bit more, shall we say, technical in the day. Not obviously compared with today's technology, but in the day. And on the odd occasion, the energies were able to be captured. And this is when spirit photography began. So, if you think this was fake, you'd be right. This was a faked picture. This one was faked. This is an actual faked picture of a superimposed shape over 2 actors. Well done. Well done if you got that one right. And finally, the spooky nun, the Roman ghost that is called. As you look over to the right, you can see the hand leaning across. It's very, the more you look at it, the more the hand looks almost bony, doesn't it?
If you zoom in on it, the hand looks really real.
It looks, really real, but it's very thin, bony-esque.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Like a nun's
So, if you thought that was real, you'd be wrong. That one is faked.
No.
That is actually one of a series of pictures this gentleman created. And what he did was he put the camera, which is a very up-to-date camera, by the way, and he put the camera on a 10-second exposure and put a hand out in front of this dress, and then just took your hands away, and you got the impression of a ghost. So 1 and 2 were real, 3 and 4 were fake.
I'm still not convinced on the alien one.
You're not convinced of the alien one. Well,
No.
I'm not saying it was. You can say what you think it is. To me personally, Paul, it looks like an alien. I'm not saying it's. You should say, because I said it's an alien, that it's an alien. I personally think the more you zoom in, it looks very alien to me.
I know that you said there's no floor, and there's no floor, and it's a weird photo. But I think that would be like something I can't explain. Put it that way.
Well, that's the whole idea. Well, that's why we're in business.
I know, but I can't explain. It's not something that's material that's there.
Well, that's the whole idea. Joe's going, what? I don't like this game. The bit that got me, the reason I chose it wasn't because of the picture. It was because there was something clearly peeking out, but peeking out on a floor that didn't exist. That's the bit that I went, oh.
How do we know that? How do we know that the floor doesn't exist?
Oh, because they took pictures of the inside of it and it's not there. I mean, there's bits of what should have been there, but it's not there.
But why, if there's no floor there, why would an alien or whatever, why would it be up there?
Maybe he wanted to go and do a ghost hunt.
And look out the window.
I think what we should do, Dawn, is we should go to that asylum, drop you off, and pick you up the next day, and you can tell us yourself.
And I'll be friends with them all. I'll be having a little powwow with all the
aliens. So that is the pictures for tonight. It's a lot of fun. Now, I've got 2 videos to show you guys shortly, so don't be going anywhere before the end of the show. We've got about 20 minutes left in the show. And I've got 2 videos to share with you that we can look at together. I tend to go out before the show and I try and find the best videos that are out there. Now, once again, Dawn and I and Amanda, we have got the Southwest Paranormal Group, Paraghost, up and running. And if you'd like to get to be part of the Devon Paraghost team, then Sue is getting that one underway. She's already got 3 or 4 members in that one. And I believe Lynn has got one with 3 or 4 members up in, and I can't remember where Lynn is in the country. Lynn, so tell us where you are tonight. So we've actually got 3 teams in the UK underway. I will have a team in Ireland very, very shortly. And we have 2 teams starting in the United States. So we are running. If you're watching in Australia and you want to put a team together there, a Paraghost team, Paraghost Australia, we would love to have you, because as Dawn said last week, we want to have a big map behind us with pins all over the globe of where we have a Paraghost team. Sue's telling us that she's got 4 members already. So if you are living in Devon, up sort of around the Plymouth or around that area, and you want to be a part of the Paraghost team, why not give Sue a shout and put together some really, really great, because there's a lot of great haunts up there. And I've no doubt the Paraghost Cornwall team will probably come and visit.
It's only a hop, skip and a jump. It's Cornwall, Devon, Glastonbury.
Glastonbury. What made you say that?
Oh, Glastonbury. What's that pub called? Is it the King George?
I can't wait.
Georgian Pilgrim. The Georgian Pilgrim is right next door to the original courts.
Oh, right.
Where they would have got a lot of trials. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But when you sit in this pub, it's amazing in this pub, because so you order your drinks on one side and you can sit on that side, but then you walk across this little carriageway where the horses used to come through and drop off the guests and then carry on out the other side. So the pub is literally cut in half.
Wow.
And it's got...
So you're gonna have ghosts and spirits there.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones that's got little doors. You know?
Oh, yeah. proper.
Well, they used to store food and stuff like that. But when I went there, I told my kids that's where they put the naughty children.
Oh, by the way, when I was saying they've ghosts and spirits, I wasn't trying to be flippant because it's a pub. I meant the difference between ghost and the spirit are two different elements. They're one's history and one's real. So, so they would have literally ghosts attending, as in time, and spirits attending, as in visiting. Now, Julia says that she's in Somerset. Julia, why don't you start your own team? We could do with a Somerset team. And Somerset is overwhelmed with spirit energy. So, Julia, put together a team up there. We would love to have Somerset. We would love to have Devon and Cornwall and Somerset. Get it going, girl. Put it together. You only need 3, 4, 24, up to you. And what I will do is I will come and show everybody what to do. You don't actually have to go out all at the minute and get a whole pile of kit to be a paranormal investigator. You can start with the simplest of things, you and your phone. And then you go into things like bells, and there's lots of. I came up with an idea. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that today. I came up with an idea for a new piece of kit. Well, like that, right? So imagine instead of having your pendulum at the bottom, right, having a pencil attached there.
Yeah, that would work.
So you have a flat board, you put 2 clips on, and it holds a piece of blank paper and paste. You have a stick coming up across, pen or paper hanging off, pen or pencil hanging off a nice piece of string that can touch the paper, and then invite the spirit to move the pencil.
Do you know what would be really good for that? Because the spirit wouldn't necessarily be able to put pressure onto the paper. That's a little bit more effort. What about an Etch-a-Sketch? You know, it uses magnetic filings.
We can. Why not do both?
Yeah.
But an Etch-a-Sketch, in my thinking, because they got those knobs. Can be quite.
You can get a little pencil, so it's like a stylus that picks up the magnetic filing.
And it has been noted that spirits have managed to press the keys on keyboards for computers, but also on old school typewriters.
Yeah.
If they can press the keys down on pianos, I'm sure they can do something like that. But I'm going to try and create a couple of those. So the idea being, when you're transporting them, they could fold together. Then you take it out, you stick the stem in, you got a line and a pencil there, and you leave it. You set a spirit, just move the pencil. Even if they're drawn in a circle, or they draw an arrow, or they draw a letter, whatever, it's there for them to use. And we can set an Etch-a-Sketch down. A lot of spirit teams are putting together children-oriented kit. So you can get now little bears that light up when a young spirit energy is around them. So I think go ahead.
I watched one the other day on it was on Amazon, and don't watch it because it's absolutely awful. Called Parapod. Have you seen that one?
No.
So it's 2 guys, best friends. One is a believer, one's a non-believer. And the believer wants to prove to his friend that obviously the spirit and life exists afterwards. And this bloke, the non-believer, was an absolute whatever you want, ass. He was an absolute ass. He was throwing stones, he was grabbing things, he was taking the mickey out of the spirits. And I was like willing, because they went to the Ramin, they went to the Edinburgh Vaults, they went to a secret location that was a castle, and he was just an absolute knobhead all the way through.
Yeah.
And he drove me nuts. But they had one of these. They went to the woods and they had one of these teddy bears, and the believer put the teddy bear outside the tent, and he said, "Look, it'll light up this side for yes, this side for no. We'll put it outside the tent, and if anything goes off in the perimeter, it'll go off." In the middle of the night, the bloke got out the tent and he spun the tent around and he moved the teddy bear, and it properly freaked the other bloke out, because it was quite good, to the point of like the people that believe in ghosts and the paranormal are very, very quick and easy to go, "Oh yeah, that's paranormal," and then the non-believers are very quick to justify it and to give it
Yeah.
a normal. So it's really
Yeah.
hard to find that balance for investigation of like looking at it logically.
Well, I thought it was the one until you said those places. It's not the one I was thinking of. But there was two blokes. One's a very much a believer, and the other one's a skeptic. He kind of goes, yeah, but that could be this and that could be that. He wasn't a negative about it. He goes, yeah, but I don't understand how that happened, but it could be, which is oddly enough, which I tell everybody to be. Remain skeptical, because just because it goes bump doesn't necessarily mean it's a spirit. However, they were doing this house, and the skeptical one was thinking, I really don't feel good, and he was lying almost like it down on all these lies, sort of lying down at the top of the stairs like this here, and he's going, boys, I'm not feeling too good. And next thing he shot backwards,
Yeah, I know
and
the one you're
someone
talking
grabbed
about.
him by his ankles and pulled him,
Yeah,
and
he said never again.
he left the team
Yeah,
that night.
yeah.
He said, "That's it, I'm done."
Is that the
Left.
one? That's not the one with Barry, is it?
I can't remember, but Johanna got me onto it, and he's sort of like gingery with a little goatee like mine, and he was the one. He said, I felt this pressure around my ankles, and next thing he literally shot backwards,
Yeah.
and you could tell that it wasn't because his arms went like that. His arms were in the air while as he was pulled, and he got up, he ran down the stairs, and he went, I don't care about film, I'm done, that's it, and he left,
Yeah.
and he didn't come back to the team.
Yeah.
So that was quite a good one.
See,
It's
I'm not
rare.
sure if I'd like that sort of activity, to be fair.
Well,
I think I would get cross. Thing is,
well, you see, I must
I'm
dig
going
out
out
that
looking
picture
for.
to show you guys. I keep saying I'm gonna dig it out, and I never get an opportunity. My feelings are it's on the computers that are in storage at the moment. But when I was doing that place up country, I had a big scratch, and you can see the scratch marks come down my hand. But the thing about it is, it's not as if you feel somebody going. You're sitting there chatting away, next thing you feel is heat in your hand, and you look like that, and you go, oh, and there's 3 marks in your hand. And I was sitting in a group of people to my left, people to my right. There's people in front of me, and nobody seen anything. And my hands were just like this. Normally, when we sat down, and within like 7 or 8 minutes of sitting having a chat, felt this heat in my hand. I looked up, and there's 3 scratch marks coming down my hand.
Yeah.
But part of me was like, "What the heck?" And the other part of me was, "Oh,
See, when I've watched loads of these videos. Last night I was watching Jack and Kelly Osbourne. They did
right,
the Heritage Estate in America.
yeah,
Where they got all the old buildings together, moved
yeah."
them, and put them on this one site. And Kelly was actually a lot more sensitive than I expected her to be.
Yeah, she seems to be a
Really
sensitive.
sensible with it.
Yeah.
She was really sensible, and she actually really enjoyed speaking to this. They had a proper conversation with the K2 meter, and it was confirming and it wasn't denying. It just wasn't answering when the answer was no.
Jack came back over here, and he linked up with some medium over here. And to be honest with you, the 3 that he's done over here were just blah.
Yeah, well,
I like Jack Osbourne. Don't get me wrong, I do like him, and I like the way he is very open-minded, and that's something I really, really like. And I love the ones when he goes looking for UFOs and stuff.
I don't like the medium when they bring them. Well, the one that he had on there last night, she was okay, but a lot of the medium. I think I've seen one of the ones that he did over here, and the medium seemed. I don't know.
I don't want to be rude. I don't like people talking LME, and so I don't try not to talk about it. But you can tell a medium who's in for the work is in for the work, and a medium who's in for fame is in it for fame. And you can tell the difference.
Story. You don't learn anything new off of them. A real medium would be giving evidence of because the spirits want to tell you something that's not been heard before. So as evidence, they're going to tell you something that you can confirm or deny, and whether it fits into that part of history or I have to go through millions of records to find it.
Have you just read Sue? What Sue's put up there? he's agreeing with us too, finding reasons. Sue's put up. She was in an old house that she lived in. Something grabbed her face, and she had bruises from it.
Oh, Lynn's saying she would love us to go to Pendle Hill.
Yeah, I'm up for
Alice,
that.
no, I'd like to go and have a word with Jeanette.
I'll go there. I mean, on Bates Hall in Macclesfield, and that's where I got scratched on the hand. I
wouldn't
would
mind
take a
doing
team.
a series of like doing the Ram in, the Skirrid and Pendle Hill, because they all kind of link in together.
Well, let's do a long weekend.
I was looking up today. Guy Fawkes links into that as well.
Oh.
Because he was trying to get rid of all the obviously it was then the religion war, wasn't it? But the witches, what they were calling witches, weren't really, were they? They were
they were just some. I mean, one or two people were just sensitives, and the others were just normal people.
Yeah, well, they were Catholics, a lot of them.
Right, so, on to tonight's little video. Are you ready?
Always.
Oof. Art thou ready? So number one, I'm not going to even introduce it. It'll introduce itself. Here we go.
In an email sent to me by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Ricardo, he told me about a trip he and his brother took to the historic Fort of San Felipe in Bacalar, Mexico. On the trip, Ricardo filmed a video with his old Nokia potato phone, and he and his brother can be seen exploring the massive old 1700s fortress. They accidentally catch something that they just can't explain.
Mira la reparación moderna. Ah, sí. Espérate, nomás se me graba.
Did you see it? In a dangerous section of the historic fortress that's closed off to tourists, a strange brown figure can be seen on the grass and seemingly climbing or floating right over the wall. Now, I've carefully inspected this clip. I've slowed it down, and I've even sharpened and enhanced the potato quality as much as I could, but I still have no idea what this is. So, I leave it up to you.
Hi there.
What do you think?
It looks like a deer. It looks, I think it looks like a deer.
But it looks like it's climbing the wall.
It's jumping. Yeah, the way it's jumping over it looked like it leapt over the wall, and it looked like a deer leaping over the wall. So it might be a spirit deer. Maybe it's an unsettled spirit. He's got beef with somebody in the castle.
Possible. So if you're watching the show tonight, tell us what you think. It is very, very strange, Jules. I will rewind it. I've got to get this. I'm sorry, I've got to get this advert out of the way, but we'll let the advert go while we're chatting. And once this advert's finished, I'll be able to rewind it. That's unfortunately when I'm doing a live through YouTube. Unfortunately, you got to go what goes with it. But there we go. So
it's quite a lot of color on.
Say again, Don.
It's quite a lot of color for that to be. I don't know.
Historic Fort of San Felipe in Bacalar, Mexico. On the trip, Ricardo filmed a video with his old Nokia potato phone, and he and his brother can be seen exploring the massive old 1700s fortress. They accidentally catch something that they just can't explain.
Mira la reparación moderna. Ah, sí. Espérate, nomás se me graba.
Did you see it? In a dangerous section of the historic fortress that's closed off to tourists, a strange brown figure can be seen on the grass and seemingly climbing or floating right over the wall. Now, I've carefully inspected this clip. I've slowed it down, and I've even sharpened and enhanced the potato quality as much as I could, but I still have no idea what this is. So, I leave it up to you.
That's interesting.
The Royal
I
Arcade.
was looking.
You can stop by.
I was looking for the what you were talking about, it being a deer. I was like thinking, like, what I seem to think, and I could be well wrong here, but I seem to think that that was like a soldier's coat, which would make sense in the fort.
They've had
Could it be a
that.
horse and rider? But the thing about it is, could it be a horse and rider? So you're saying, Carol, by the way, don't ever be sorry, darling. The fact that you're here, we're very, very happy. Dawn, this is Bambi looking for a phone.
I can't say what it is.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
it's
the
a
whole
fake.
point.
I don't think
That's
it's
the
a
whole point.
fake.
No, it's not faked. The
don't-
thing about it is, but which I wanted to, the reason I chose this particular one tonight was it's an energy that's captured on film in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
not at night. Because everybody seems to think that you should go something and only do it at night. No, a lot of captures are done during the day. Ghosts or spirits don't really just come out in the dark. That's
No,
very
it's just-
untrue.
We're distracted with everything else during the day, and
Spot on,
I
correct.
think it does. We've got a lot more electric field going on during the day.
Well,
So when
basically,
we switch everything
yeah.
off, it lets our brain pick it up more. That
Exactly.
frequency, the electric grid and the Wi-Fi's and everything like that, all the frequencies that we've got around us, they dumb us down to seeing how thin the veil is at the moment, because the veil is the thinnest it's been in forever.
There's also another little point to share out with you on that particular one. You're spot on, correct. However, there's one little part that we need to add in as well is when it gets dark, and especially dark at night, it becomes quieter. So therefore, your sight senses increase and your audio senses increase. And like it or not, believe it or not, your auric senses increase. Okay, you become a little bit more, wow, that's what's going on. But it's because we just become more in tune with what our surroundings in the dark. It doesn't necessarily mean that ghosts only come out at night. And I just saw something. I'm hoping that that's Johanna just walked past the window.
Why would Johanna be walking past the window?
Well, you can get outside, out through the living room. There's French doors, and if you walk along the pathway, there's a window there. And oh yes, I just heard the door close. Oof.
We have a white cat.
I just saw a head walking past the window, and thinking, okay. Right, this one's called Poltergeists. I know you like poltergeists. Okay, before we go into poltergeists, well, let's look at this on a realistical term. Poltergeist. It's not one word; it's two. Polter is one half of that, and Geist, Geist, is the second. They're two words slammed together, and they mean polter means unsettled or noisy, and Geist is ghost. This is a German word. Polter, unsettled, noisy. Geist, ghost. And they're just plumbed together because of a movie, Poltergeist. But it just means unsettled energy, unsettled spirit. Okay? Now, what I like to teach people is imagine, Dawn, and I know you enjoy a conversation. Imagine that you've come to Waterstones. Amanda and I and a couple of the others are sitting there having a cup of coffee, and nobody's talking to you. Nobody's interacting with you. And then we start talking about you. And you're going, guys, hello? And we're going, yeah. Dawn was a cracker, wasn't she? Couldn't shut her up, though, could you? But yeah. Sooner or later, you get a wee bit hacked off because we're not responding to you. And you become unsettled. Doesn't for 1 second mean you're evil. Not for 1 second.
Do you think for 1 second I wouldn't make myself known?
You would. Hence the name.
Of course I would.
Poltergeist. Or, as we will
Everybody's
now
gonna
call
come
them
back
from this
to me.
day forward, a dawn ghost.
I'll reinvent the word.
So, when you hear the word, ladies and gentlemen of the world, the entire world, when you hear the word poltergeist, it does not mean evil. It's just two words slammed together, which means unsettled energy or unsettled spirit. The Geist is the German word for ghost. But anyway, here we go on the second video of tonight. Enjoy.
The top 5 poltergeists caught on camera. The most haunted hotel in Texas.
Hello.
The Menger Hotel was built in 1859 in San Antonio, Texas. It was constructed on the old battlegrounds of the Texas Battle of the Alamo. During the Civil War, the hotel was converted into a hospital for wounded and dying soldiers. With a history like that, it's not surprising that the hotel is considered a hotbed for paranormal activity. Over the years, hotel staff members and guests have had countless strange supernatural encounters. Some even claim to have seen tortured, ghostly faces peering back at them when they look into the hotel's mirrors. The Menger Hotel has been dubbed the most haunted hotel in Texas. Mike Pate and his wife stayed overnight at the infamous Menger Hotel in hopes of witnessing some of the supposed supernatural activity. They got their wish.
I'm here at the Menger Hotel. I think that's how you say it, Menger. Waiting for Mike. He went across the street to get some playing cards because we're just waiting for some sort of ghost activity. Nothing yet. We walked all up and down the halls in here. It's a pretty nice hotel, though. There's a flat screen. There's 2 closets. Here's one of the closets. There's a space. And then there's another closet.
If you've ever wondered what it takes to make money in the currency market, which tools work, how do you...
With lots of space also. Lots of closet space. Yeah, that's about all there is in here. Hello? Mike? Hello? What? Nuh-uh. Oh my god. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god.
Messy
Oh
ghost.
my god, oh my god, oh my god. Mike, where are you? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
And the door's open again.
Why is she panicking?
So is this a ghost caught on camera? Did a poltergeist rearrange their luggage? You be the judge.
What do you think?
Do you know what? I know what I'm looking for when I go out looking for, when I'm going on a ghost hunt. I know that I'm looking for knocks, taps, bangs, picking things up, throwing them. In a hotel bedroom, like if I went and paid for that, I'd expect something like that to happen.
Yeah.
Why do they panic? It's like there's clothes on the floor. What's so scary?
Right, okay, come on, Dawn, Mrs. Soldier.
No,
You're in
what
that
is
room
so-
by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, say we go to somewhere up country, right? And we go as a team, and say me, Barry, Amanda, and a few of the others, we'll go down at the bar, and you're left in the room on your own. And you're walking around the room doing your videoing, and you look in your room, yeah, this is a closet, and your bag's sitting there, and next thing you see a bang. and your clothes are like that, and then you go over to the window and you think, what the heck? And then you turn around and the doors are opening. Are you going to stay in the room?
I'd probably get on the walkie-talkie and say, I've got some activity up here. I've got what we're looking for in this room. That people are flipping hundreds, thousands of people all over the world are going looking for actual evidence. But as soon as something starts, they run screaming. It's like, I can't wrap my head around. Obviously, if something picked up and chucked a glass at me, or was like violent towards me, then yes, I would. But when a door opened, or a drawer opens, or I saw
a
one
door
earlier.
opening, I would be, this here bit here where literally something's lifted their bag and emptied it all over the floor, I'd be thinking, okay, that's not very friendly.
I'd be saying, pick it up.
Yeah.
Same as I used to
And
tell my kids.
next thing you be picked up. But
the one that I watched yesterday, there was a guy went into the Octagon House in that heritage estate.
Yeah.
And he went in there, and apparently it's got a really nasty man in there. When he was here, he was quite mentally disturbed. And he's got ownership of this house. He went in there and he was like, I wanted to get evidence. So I went in and I told the man that I bought the house and I'm going to have it demolished. And apparently the spirit picked him up and literally put him against the wall off his feet. He was 2 foot off the floor. That's evidence.
It's a freaky evidence. It's funny. Julie Sharp says, I'd be wetting myself and laughing in shock at the same time.
Yes, and saying, clean it up.
Now, Carol has said, could have been staged. Was the husband in the bedroom and then come out from the open door and hid? I don't think so. But hey, do you know what? Let's show it again. Let's show that again. Let's go back so you can. I don't want to go all the way back. I want to go back to where it starts with the young lady.
But see, proof to me is if you picked the bag, if you saw the bag being picked up, and not like behind the door.
At their wish.
Here we go.
I'm here at the Minger Hotel.
I'm going to be live on here with you.
I think that's how you say it.
The luggage wasn't already like Carol watched as she opens the doors.
To get
There's
some
only 2
playing
doors.
cards.
She's sitting there by herself. Husband's not in the room.
Ghost activity. Nothing yet. We walked all up and down the halls in here. It's a pretty nice hotel though. There's a flat screen.
It's a funny name for a hotel, isn't it?
One of the closets.
Minger.
Space.
Just a door.
And then there's another closet.
So Carol, those are 2 closets.
With lots of space also. Lots of closet space. Yeah, that's about all there is in here. Hello? Mike? Hello?
The little hearts going. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
What?
That's just not emptying a bag, though, is it?
Oh
That's
my
tossed
God.
around. And
Oh my God.
Now here's the other bit though. The other, when you
You've gotta
scan
be
around, the door's
Oh my
closed.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mike, where are you? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my
And now the door's open.
Oh my God. Okay. No.
Drive a diesel Jaguar or Land Rover. You might have a 40 diesel.
So what we'll do is we'll just kill those now and kill that one.
I cheated.
Back to the studio.
I cheated. I asked for dowsing crystal.
You
'Cause I
did?
got it there. Yeah. Fake. That was staged.
So Barry says he thinks I feel she's taking her time so Mike can hide again.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to buy this one as real
Why? You do that to us.
because
Why?
she the closet for where the bag was sitting, and the bag was zipped closed, by the way, and nobody noticed that. I was trying to hope people would notice
No,
that
I
it
saw the
was zipped
clothes bag
closed.
on the little shelf.
Yeah, and it was zipped. It wasn't open. It was closed.
But if a
So
person was going to do that,
in the
they'd unzip
time
it
where
back.
she opened the door and put the light on and said, "Oh, yeah, it's a closet," she turned the light off. She closed the door. She took 3 steps, and there was a bump. She didn't move any. She just turned back because she thought it was her husband coming in the door. She took the 3 steps back to the door to the where she's thinking, "Where did that sign come from?" She opened the door, and the bag was unzipped and thrown all over the floor. So I'm going to buy that one.
I'm going to disagree as usual.
Did we get married and I missed the good bit?
I just think we like to disagree, and it's much more fun, isn't it?
No, Barry's on your side. I'm, and Carol agrees with you as well. There's quite a few of you. I'm like, the time is too. The time is too. Is not enough time for him to open the bag, empty it on the floor. How did he get out of the door?
You couldn't see that corner of the room.
You could see that. You could, because she just flung back to it like that, and you could you could see the hallway. I've dumped it now. We can't bring it up.
Yeah.
But
Message
you
it to me.
could not. The time was. There's not enough time. It takes you, 5-6 seconds just to unzip a bag.
No.
And they don't always just unzip while you're, they don't always unzip. But it was not only unzip, it was emptied, and that can take you a minute or two.
That's how I unpack.
All right. No, you're right. The whole idea of the show is that you're entitled to that.
It could be a poltergeist. It could very well be.
I want to go and stay there though.
A little bit too staged. It just feels a little bit too much of a walk around. Open this door, look, everything's normal. Go to this door. This is this closet. Go back to that door. Oh, look what's happened. It just seems a bit staged.
All right, I'm buying your point of view. I'm buying it. I can understand what you're saying, but she was like, open one door. It was a closet, and it was closed. Then she opened the other door, and she saw another closet, and she was going to do something in the room, and then she heard this clump sound. In the time of the clump, there's just not enough time to empty a bag and hide.
I didn't notice whether it was a her bag or a him bag. I think it might have been a her bag. But
it doesn't matter whose bag it was. You still had to unzip
it does,
the thing.
because a her bag has got a lot more clutter in it. So it wouldn't just be clothes scattered out. There would be bits of makeup there. There'd be old bus tickets. There'd be. Do you see what I mean? There'd be a lot more. If that's an overnight bag.
There seemed to be a lot of stuff. I mean, I'd actually have to go into YouTube and then go into history to drag it all back up again. Yeah. But of all of them, my feelings are that one's genuine. My feelings. But when we first created this show, we said that your point of view is correct. Your point of view. If you think, like, Barry agrees with you 100%, by the way, he and so does Dawn. Sorry, so does Carol.
Your perspective of one thing makes life interesting. My perspective of something makes life interesting. as long as we're not at loggerheads and go to war about it, it
Well,
doesn't
I
really
mean,
matter what my perspective is and your perspective.
the whole idea of having different perspective is to educate each other,
Yeah,
because you might have, I might have called, man, oh, I never saw that, you know,
yeah,
and I'm equally as eager to disprove an energy as I am to prove an energy. I mean, I'm not, even though I'm a professional psychic medium and I do it every week in, week out, I don't necessarily go out and go, everything goes bump is a ghost. I'm eager to prove that no, that bump was like this house here, for an example. It's a big house. It's a very, very big house. And it's only been built, what, 6, 7 years? And the amount of signs this house makes of a nighttime. And I know it's not spirit.
it's the land that your house is built on, and what.
No,
everything-
it's just I just know what the sign of a joint makes, or the sign of a joint of a door frame, or even a pipe, something
Yeah.
like. I just know that that's not a spirit. You
Yes, you
know?
know, my house is 50 years old, hasn't really got any creaks in it when it's just everyone's in bed asleep. There's no creaks or knocks or bangs.
But
So I,
you know what, you're absolutely correct, because my house in Ireland, the old, what we call the old house, the old house was 350 years old, and it had less creaks and groans and moans than this one does.
yeah, but I'm a firm believer that stone will carry the imprint of everybody that's ever lived
Yeah.
there. A
Yep.
wooden house won't. A wooden
No,
house.
the old
won't hold
house,
that.
the old Edenderry, as we call it, had granite walls, granite stone. It was old. It wasn't blocks and bricks. It was old
Yeah.
stone, you know.
And like Paul
Um,
was saying last week, granite holds memory, same as water holds memory.
Carolyn Muriel says, Paul, what would you do if that happened to you? It's dead easy for me to go macho and go, I would confront the ghost. A good 60% of me would go, huh? You know, and go, then I suppose, what's the right word here? Training and experience would kick in and go, right, okay, you've shown you're here. Why would you do that? I would speak to it like a person. I'd try to communicate as I'm talking to Dawn, for example, say, Dawn, hey, I'm glad you showed me you're here, but why did you need to do that? There's no need for that. You could, I mean, you opened that door. That let me know you were here. Brilliant. Thank you so much. And you're very welcome to let me know you're here and anything else. But why did you do that?
You see,
That's
I've
how I
got a
would do it.
theory on poltergeists, and I mean, I wouldn't see the clothes get, if that is a spirit, that's the spirit trying to get attention. I wouldn't say that's
Yeah.
poltergeist activity. So
Yeah.
poltergeist, because that's not unrest, that's just trying to get your attention. Poltergeist activity to me is, you say like attracts like, and there's a lot of reports about poltergeists around teenagers, especially teenagers that are kicking off, that
Yeah.
are creating that energy, and they create that energy, and a spirit comes past, sees that energy, goes, oh, and goes in, gets excited, opens all the cupboards, and it's kind of like a work. It's a fest. It's like
Yeah.
the
Well,
teenager went off like a light bulb.
a teenager's energy is so strong. It's so
Yeah,
vibrant that they can use it. You're right. They can use it.
yeah. So I don't think, and I was reading Barry's comment. He's like, it was very convenient that she went into, like, if they're staying in a hotel for 24, 48 hours, she got her video camera out, looked in one closet. It's like out of 24 hours, the 30 seconds that she takes to look in one closet and another closet, and then back to that closet, is when the poltergeist chose out of that 24, 48 hours to do
But do you
that.
remember what she'd said when she was sitting in the bed? She'd said
I didn't
they'd
hear
done
it.
a lot of searching and they hadn't come up with anything.
Right.
She said they'd been up and down the corridors. It's the
So
most
they'd spent money on a
supposedly.
hotel. And
Yeah,
hadn't
she said
got any-
it was supposed to be the most haunted hotel in the town, and they've been up and down all of the corridors looking for us and had nothing. And
They're
then
not performing monkeys, are they?
well, the spirit I've always went, really?
There's one on Netflix that you might like called 28 Day Haunting.
Oh yeah, I've seen Johanna
They
watches it.
lock
Yeah.
up. They're in 3 different locations, but they're there for 28 days, and the energy builds over time. You can't just go for a couple of hours visit and expect to get all the evidence. You have to mingle your energy with their energy so that there's a kind of like a mutual trust going on before you can start that communication properly. It's like we've been to Kenwyn a couple of times. The
Yeah.
next time we go there, it'll build on that energy again, and
Yeah.
the spirits that are active there will be more likely to come up and speak to us because I
Did
recognize.
you see the one where they stayed in that house that's famous in America? I think it's one that spawned the movie The Ring, and
Was that the Conjuring House?
it's quite a few of them have been in it. I mean, Jack and somebody else. There's quite a few people have been in it, but this team decided they're going to stay there with the owners for about, I think it was a week, and they lasted 3 days.
Yeah.
And said, "That's it, I'm out of here." And then what? Oh, here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen of the world, if you're watching, the teams took a little momentum off the place home with them. What happened? Stuff started kicking off in their houses.
No. What is it? You do that with the Pendle Witches as well. If you take one of the stones away.
Well, if you're stupid enough to take one of the stones away, you deserve getting everything that goes with it.
Yep.
But one of the things that I'll start your teaching right now for all of you guys who are going to start your own team. It's completely safe as long as you follow a small rule book. It's a very, very small rule book. One is always be polite and be respectful. 2 is believe in protection. And 3 is, and Dawn has mentioned it already tonight, they're not performing monkeys. They're not going to jump through hoops just because you say so. And one of the things that I despise, and I genuinely mean this, I despise it, is when they start trying to aggravate the spirits, taunting them and being rude. If I was an energy, I would just go, whatever, I'm off, and leave them to it, and let them sit there and taunt all they want. But you know, you should talk to a spirit like you're talking to a person, just because you can't see them. Imagine you're sitting in a room, it's pitch black, and there are 2 other people in the room. Are you not going to talk to them because you can't see them?
No, I can't wait till tomorrow when I get my new dowsing rods, because I can sit and have a proper conversation with. I work really well with my dowsing rods.
Right. So we'll put that to everything. Actually, bring up have you got your bells to hand?
Which ones? I got these ones.
Right. Show everybody on camera the bells.
Oh, those are a bit bigger. You can hear those. Can you hear them?
Yeah. So now there's good reasons why Dawn's got those. Now, number 1 is they're not going to sway too easily in a breeze because they're quite weighty. Yeah. And they are really, really good, especially if you're doing investigations around, say, where children have been laid to rest. That they'll be more attracted to the bells. I've got another bell, which I'm sure you'll have seen, called a service bell. The one that you go up to a counter and go ding, ding, ding. The service bell. Quite a few teams have been using those and getting amazing response. And I've got electronic gadgets, which are little tiny balls that activate and flash lights if anything moves them. So once again, you have to actually get in there and move them before they go off. So, and they're all inexpensive. For an example, the electronic balls cost me, I think it was £5.50, something like that, £6, something along those lines. And the bells cost me £1.99 each.
Yeah.
So there's
$1.29.
I mean, you can set up a kit for very, very little money.
Yeah, I think they were $1.29. These bells.
The most expensive part of your kit will be your camera to start with.
See, I've had these for years, but they don't. I bought some proper ones that they should be here tomorrow, but I've had those for ages.
Well, bring the old ones with you as well.
Yeah. So I've got little video camera.
How many cameras have you got on the end of the doll?
Oh, four or five. This is just an old video camera. That's,
So you got a lot of stuff there. I mean, your mobile phones or cell phones are excellent. You've got top of the range. That looks like a Canon. Was that a Canon camera?
yeah, that was a Canon. That's a Canon. I think that's got the SLR
Yeah, SLR.
capability
So,
on it.
and another weirdly enough, another thing that's coming back into fashion is Instamatic cameras. The ones that you take the picture and it comes out the bottom.
Those, those disposable ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Just those disposable
Well,
ones.
the Instamatic camera where they take the picture and the picture comes out.
Yeah. Polaroid.
A lot of teams are bringing those back in. Yeah, Carol. Somebody else said the Amityville. Sue said the Amityville. Yeah, I think it was the house was. No, they didn't.
The Amityville
They didn't
house.
do the Amityville. No, it was something else. It was not the Amityville. What did
Have
it
you seen the
spawn?
one in Connecticut? There's one in Connecticut.
Well, A Haunting in Connecticut is the true story of The Exorcist.
Is it? Because
Yeah.
that's the Undertaker's house, and he kept
Yeah.
all the eyelids in the wall.
That's right. If you watch a movie called A Haunting in Connecticut,
Yeah.
it's actually the real story of The Exorcist.
Yeah. No. No. I can't watch The Exorcist either because that's up at Roach Rock. And it's got a Rottweiler in it, and I can't. That's not the right Rottweiler.
Oh no, is it Rock? No, the Rottweiler's in The Omen.
Ah, I'm getting confused.
Yeah. No, there's no dog in The Exorcist.
Yeah, no.
The Rottweiler's in The Omen.
Have you seen the new? There's the Pope's Exorcist. It's like got Russell Crowe in it.
Yeah, Russell Crowe.
Really
Yeah.
good. That's a really good one.
Johanna loves horror movies. I'm not a big fan of them. Would you believe it's 10:15? Our show's supposed to finish at 9:30. It's having so much fun. Well, the bad news is I'm back on Thursday. I will be back with you all this coming Thursday night at 8 p.m. for Reach Across Live. I'd like to say a huge thank you very much, my dear, beautiful friend Dawn, for being part of the show. We need to get Amanda on here, really.
Yes, we do.
And we want you guys to come on as well. So if you have had an experience, like physical experience, I want to get Sue Vinicum on because she seems to have lived in a very active house, of which I'd love to go and investigate. And if you've had experiences with the supernatural, be it paranormal, be it ghosts, be it spirit, be it UFOs, we want to have a conversation with you. We're really, really interested. And equally, we really, really want to help you start your own team, get it underway. Marie Clark, I have bells on both front and back door in my home, and I've always used them for protection on entering and leaving. You cannot better sound protection. Sound protection is amazing. I use it when I'm clearing my houses. I'm going to be moving house very shortly. We're supposed to be completing on this house. Sadly, the person who lived in it passed away. So I will have to go in there and I will talk to him very kindly, and I'll thank him for allowing us to use his house. And I'll invite him to go with his friends and family. But I still will clear the energy in the house in a very respectful way. Okay. Dawn,
Hello.
I don't care what the rest of them say about you. I think you're brilliant.
I think I'm brilliant too. I don't care what everyone else thinks.
Mary says, I have spirit in my home. Marie Clark, get your camera out, start taking pictures. Come on the show. Come on the show. We're going to say goodnight now. We're actually 15 minutes over time. Barry Hawkins says, nice show. Thank you, guys. Until next time, good night. We'll see you Thursday night. I'll be back live on Thursday night at 8 p.m. for Reach Across Live, and I'm sure the team will be here as well. Please make sure you come back. Please, if you haven't already subscribed to the show, subscribe now, and please share the show. And if you haven't already hit the like button for tonight's show, please like the show. It's really important to the team, very important to myself and Dawn, and we want to build the show. Please help us do that. Dawn, you're a rock star, and I will no doubt talk to you at some point tomorrow.
Yep.
Lots of love to you and to your lovely family.
And
And tell your
yours.
hubby I said I'm praying for him. Not because he's not feeling too well, but because he has to put up with you. So I'm praying for him. But
Bless him.
and Dawn and myself and Amanda will be getting together, I think maybe possibly Wednesday. And in which case, on Thursday night, I may well have a date for you for the next paranormal investigation. Now, Barry has requested that it may be a Friday night. I'm good with Friday nights. Friday night's a good night for me. And that, if I remember correctly, Dawn, that lady you have connected to the actual cemetery, she said a Friday night's good for her.
Oh,
So we'll get it all together.
I'll just go down and get her. Now that Halloween is over and done with, I can just go down and get her. And say,
Perfect.
get in the car and not even tell her where we're going.
Or sneak up behind you when you're driving in the morning, beat your horn and make you jump out of through your windscreen.
Thing is, I'd love for her 2 sons to come as well. Because
Well, yeah, the more the merrier.
Oh, yeah, one of them lives in Plymouth and the other one is down here, but it's kind of like, it's stories that they were all buggering around as teenagers. So it's things that they experienced in there as teenagers. But so it's just part of their upbringing as far as they're concerned. It's nothing unusual. So me asking them to go for a walk around the graveyard, there's some of them that will do that because they're actively looking for ghosts and spirits and stuff now. But the others, it's just kind of like, well, that's what we grew up with. So what do we want to do that for? It's like, I could ask.
You see what Carol Murio's saying there? Carol's saying, I wish I was in the UK, I'd join in the fun. Carol, start a team where you live. You do it.
And this is like the very beginning of ours. This is the very beginning of ours. So by the time we're just getting to, we're using Kenwyn as our testing ground, really, because it's convenient, it's close by, it's safe, and it's packed with history. We haven't even scratched the surface. So
we've got a lot of plans for Cornwall, and the great thing about it is you guys are going to be coming with us. Carol, start your own team. Go and get 3 pals, get together. I'll come live on a show like this here, and I will train you how to do it safely. And I promise you this, it's so much fun. It's fun. Now, I gotta go because I'm running out of power on the computer. It's looking, I can see the battery's only about this much left on the battery.
Drained.
I'm going to say good night, God bless to you all, and we will be back on Thursday. Dawn, I'll talk to you tomorrow, my darling.
Take care, everybody.
Take care, everybody. Good night, God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. If you want to start a team, just message me, and we'll make it happen. All right? Myself, Dawn, and the rest of Power Ghost, good night. Thank you for watching Ghost 22. We'll see you on Thursday night, 8 p.m. for Reach Across Live. Night, y'all. Right. Bonsoir.